balancing, specifically avoiding issues with the solder line showing up. Yeah, this was something we were talking about with Lee, wasn't it?
So I would always try and use a solder that has the least amount of alloy in it. So for instance, if you're using silver, I would always try and use a hard silver solder because there's less alloy in the solder, and it's the alloy that lowers the temperature of the melting point of the silver. So the less alloy in it, the more near the color of the silver is to the solder, if that makes sense, or vice versa. Okay. Likewise, if you're using gold, try and use a hard gold solder because again, there's a least amount of alloy in the gold, so it'll match in color. That's the most important thing. If you've got things like rose gold rings and you're trying to use a red solder, there's not much you can really do because one's rose, one's red, and sometimes it will show. So what you need to do is, if you had a ring shank, okay, so I'm looking down on top of the ring, here's the ring here, that's the inside the shank, and say you had the join across here. Okay, what you need to do is to make sure that when you emery the ring, you always try and emery it in this direction, okay, back and forth, or in this direction. What you don't want to really do is to emery it across the join, okay? So you want to try and go at perhaps right angles or at 45 degrees to the joint for a start. Always try and emery the ring or wet and dry the ring, whatever you want to call it, down to around about 1000 grit, 1500 grit. And by doing that, it means you won't need to spend a long time on the polishing mops. So there is your join there. If now you take your ring and you go to your polishing motor and you polish the motor, and again the mop is running in line with that joint, because the mop is abrading the surface or producing a shine, it is abrading the surface, it's producing a high shine on the surface, there is a chance that the mop will drag out the solder from the joint because the solder is a softer metal than the parent metal. So if you try and polish it, even though it's being polished, it'll drag out that solder more, it'll wear it away more than the metal on either side. That is why you usually see perhaps a slight tiny little dip where the joint is. So always try and polish across the joint. So say you have your polishing wheels, okay, on your motor this way, what you want to do is to get the ring, can't really see me here, going in this direction. So the ring would be vertical and the join's down here. So when you put the mop on the joint, it's going in that, okay, and not across it. Close fitting joints, nice and thin, parallel surfaces, the minimal amount of solder will always help. But if you take this ring down to about 300, 400 grit, then put it on the polishing mop, there's a chance that it's going to take too long on the mop and it's going to drag the solder out. So always do it to at least 1000 or 1200, 1500, and then you will need to spend the most minimal amount of time on the polishing mop to produce that shine. And as a result of that, you won't get any of the solder being dragged out. That's right.